what I think you really need to know is, where is your child and where do they need to be and where are they headed?
The report cards were very overwhelming. There were many indicators and they weren't always written in parent-friendly language.
We really talked about what's best for Parkway students and their parents to really help them understand how their child is achieving or learning.
Now in the new progress reports, the teachers can go more in depth and give more information and let the parents and the students understand more.
The new progress report will be very clear. I think they're written in parent-friendly language and it will be clear for parents to understand.
It does move away from this idea of evaluating kids on, I'm an A student, I'm a B student, and I'm a C student, and I think that's going to take a change of mindset.
Currently in our report cards we have one participation citizenship grade that we give to our students, and these new progress reports are letting teachers expand and give 3 different ones, where while it will be more work for the teachers, I think it's great to know that Parkway is not just interested in how their student is doing in that class, but it's about teaching each and every aspect of the entire child.
I think that there will be more consistency across the board and parents can really know for sure how their child is achieving or what their child needs to work on.
I think the information will be very clear. You will be able to see your student successes and the areas of growth, as well as how you can support your student at home.
You know, we really felt like there was inconsistencies among the way that teachers were reporting student progress, and we wanted a chance to be able to explain to parents how their children are doing and really have a clear picture for parents to understand where their child is and what they need to do to help at home, or what we need to do to get their child where they need to be.
We kind of label the students, it's more of a progress towards a final goal at the end of the year, and a continuum of learning throughout that year, rather than one set score that shows an average just of how you're doing.
So a group of parents and staff, Parkway staff members, wanted to get together and start talking about how progress reports could really communicate clearly to parents the progress of their child.
They want a way to tell parents how a student's doing and capture their overall performance, giving specific information about how the child is doing in a given area. We know that each child has a unique story with their learning. In the way we used to report that learning, that story could often get lost. Imagine you had 3 students. One started out really performing very low and then increased, and really by the end of the trimester understood what they were supposed to understand and were performing really well. Then you have another child who maybe started out very high, but for whatever reason they really declined, and by the end of the trimester they weren't doing what they were supposed to be doing anymore. Then you have a third student whose performance is very inconsistent, up and down and up and down. The way we used to report that, many times those 3 students would end up with the same grade or same report, and so the story of those children's learning was getting lost. In our new system, we're allowing teachers to tell that story, to be able to say they started out very strong and now there's an area where they need to really work. Or they really were struggling at first, but through all their hard work and perseverance, now they're really understanding and really getting what we're hoping that they would get. So you'll notice a lot of things that you've seen in the past will remain. Things like homework, class assignments, quizzes, tests, and in many of those cases you'll get feedback as you've always received it. Some things that have changed for this year is we won't be seeing letter grades as we have in the past. We'll be seeing whether students are or are not meeting the expectations at this point, and whether they're on track to get where we expect them to get. We'll also see a really increased focus on describing your child's learning. How exactly are they doing? And doing that through comments. So better communication for you and your child about their learning. You'll notice that the way you get your child's progress report will be a lot more convenient. It'll be online, it'll be available on mobile devices. You'll also be able to look back at previous year's progress reports and access your child's test scores and other information, both from this year and from previous years.